A Neanderthal woman may have been stronger than most men alive today. That sounds unbelievable, but her bones tell an incredible story. This isn't about the size of muscles you can see. It's about something hidden deep inside the bones themselves, something modern humans have largely lost. So what happened? Why were early humans so incredibly strong, and why aren't we? Let's start with the evidence. When scientists examined ancient human skeletons, they weren't just measuring size. They analyzed the internal structure of the bones, and what they found was astonishing. The arm bones of many early humans were built much like those of today's elite athletes: rock climbers, javelin throwers, and Olympic rowers. People who spend years pushing their bodies to the limit. Except early humans weren't training, they were simply living. That's the first clue. Their everyday lives demanded more physical effort than many modern athletes experience during training. Think about what getting food actually meant. There were no supermarkets, no stored calories. Every meal had to be earned through movement, and often through danger. Throwing spears powerful enough to pierce thick hide. Tracking prey for hours across open landscapes. Carrying heavy animal carcasses for miles without wheels, carts, or roads. Then researchers noticed something even more surprising. When they compared hunter-gatherers with some of the first farming communities, bone strength declined dramatically. Not over thousands of years, within just a few generations. Agriculture made food more reliable, but it also marked the beginning of a major physical shift. As daily life became less demanding, the human skeleton gradually became lighter and less robust. But bones are only part of the story. Something even more interesting happened inside our bodies. Scientists have compared human muscles with those of our closest living relatives, chimpanzees. Pound for pound, chimpanzees can generate far more raw pulling power than modern humans. Researchers think our ancient ancestors may have retained more of that ancestral physical strength than we do today. So why did we lose it? Evolution may have made a remarkable trade. Some scientists think humans sacrificed part of their raw strength in exchange for something even more valuable: precision. The same evolutionary changes that improved delicate hand movements, accurate throwing, tool making, and eventually writing may also have reduced our maximum brute force. In other words, we didn't simply become weaker. Our bodies evolved for different priorities. But here's the part that surprised researchers the most. It wasn't only the men. Studies of prehistoric female skeletons revealed arm bones comparable to those of today's elite female rowers. Athletes who spend years training at the highest level. Except these women weren't training for competition. Researchers believe much of that strength came from everyday work: grinding grain by hand, carrying children, hauling water, gathering wood, and repeating these physically demanding tasks almost every day. Daily survival built extraordinary bodies, not gyms. So if early humans were this strong, why weren't they unstoppable? Why didn't they overpower every predator they encountered? Because strength wasn't their greatest advantage. Endurance was. Humans possess one remarkable adaptation. We can cool our bodies by sweating across almost our entire skin. Combined with upright walking, this allowed early humans to pursue prey for hours in extreme heat, until exhausted animals eventually collapsed. It wasn't about winning a fight. It was about winning a race that lasted all day. The real secret wasn't just muscle. It was a body built to outlast almost everything else on the savannah. And that raises an uncomfortable question. If our ancestors became this strong simply by surviving, what does that say about how far modern life has moved us from the bodies we originally evolved to have? We didn't lose that strength overnight. We lost it little by little as daily survival stopped demanding it. And in a strange way, that process may still be happening today.